Line lock. Let's go. Alright. See here. Crow. I'm going to be looking at installing my line lock kit that I ordered from Summit. We'll see if we can get that done today. I don't have any brake line tools or fluid or parts. So this should work out fine, I guess. $100 wine voucher. Delivery included. Get $100 off any case of wine purchased at $160 or more. I'll give that to the wife so she doesn't notice the new parts that I bought. Hey, Dad. Plan is in action. Let's see if it works. Doubt it. Oh, it is a line lock kit specific for the Camaro. Oh, this is the same package that I ordered my wheels and tires. Oh, okay. Oh, also, real quick shout out. If you are in the Vegas area, hold it right, Bryce. If you are in the Vegas area and you need rear end work done to your, well, anything really, hit up Dan's Driveline. They do just drivetrain stuff, so like your rear gears, your rear diffs, stuff like that. I believe they also do drive shafts, so check these guys out. They're good, highly rated. I think they got really high ratings on Google or whatever. Very good company. Okay, well, let's see what we got here. Make sure my address isn't on here. Wait. Okay. Well, that's the part number. It's supposed to be for a Camaro. Is it for a 1015 Camaro or am I stupid? It just says Camaro, so we'll see if that's the right part number or not. Oh, packing peanuts, yay. My favorite. Oh, hey, it's got hardware with it. Look at that. So it looks like that's some bracketry, some fittings, some nuts, and bolts. This might be a good kit. Maybe I did order the right thing. That would be amazing. No, instructions. That's a step up from what I'm used to ordering. Okay, let's dump the packing peanuts now. Summit Racing! I mean, it looks really nice. I'm really just kind of seeing what I've got to do to get all this together, because, I mean, I've got the next week off, well, this week off, so I might, well, the whole March is going to some of these boxes, you know, Christmas gifts. So, okay, well, easy. Okay, fuse, that's good. Oh boy. This will be interesting for me to install. Upside down again. I don't know how I keep doing that. I don't know if it's a button or an indicator light. Seems like an indicator light, I think. Seems like an indicator light. I don't know. I think there would be a light. You a light or a button? Or, oh, you're a light. Okay. Yeah, that's a light. Okay. So this will go. This will probably go next to my well, I'll use the other camera. No, I won't. I'm too lazy. I'm just gonna put this one. So I'm going to install the indicator light and switch right here next to these other two. That's for my two-step. Master, high, and then if I have that off, my e-brake is my low two-step for when I'm trying to launch. So, but yeah, we'll probably install the light in that either up here or back here, wherever there's room. So, let's see how that goes. Oh, okay, so it's a momentary switch. Okay. That will... I don't know where you would install this. I'd have to look at their instructions and see where they reckon this goes. Oh, probably on a shifter, you dumb idiot. Yeah. Okay, well that's the temporary button. So, lift. Strut needs replaced. You know, and honestly, I might be taking this off just because it gets so dang hot here in Vegas. I might take off my weather guard and just not drive it in the rain. Because I mean, there's no way that air is really getting out of that. I mean, probably not as efficiently as it would if it didn't have this thing on the way, so I might take that off too while we're in here. Okay, so I figured out what I'm going to do. I won't be using their arm switch or their indicator light. Instead, what I'm going to be doing is reutilizing the high two-step 12 volt switch that I got in here. So instead of it running the I'll be using this switch, and right now this is hooked up to my quote high two-step RPM on my two-step box. I'm just going to take that out. I'll have my launch RPM set on my handbrake on the lower RPM in circuit, I guess you can call it. And I'm going to be using this as my line lock switch. Okay, there's a few things I had to read, and I took a nap. I fell asleep, so it's like midnight right now. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing this. So don't know if I'll get done with the electrical side of it today, but I know I'll at least get the tonight. I'll at least get the lines installed and get the brakes, the front brakes bled. So I bought a vacuum kit from O'Reilly, so we'll get started on that. I'm just going to show you guys. So, looking at the module like this, solenoid rather, put the, well, it's upside down, put the 1020 facing up, okay? You have a line here and here, plugged, and the bracket will go in this orientation, okay? And now when you mount it up to the firewall, it's going to be mounted this way. So this is your firewall, the brake booster's right here above it, and it'll go on the master cylinder stud, and then the lock washer and the nut will go over top to hold it up. Okay, you'll have a line that comes out of here, which is that J line they sent you, or that G line, whatever you want to call it, and it goes, or no, sorry, it goes here, and then it comes down, out, up, and into the master, and then your front brake lines that were going to the master are going to go into this one. So, if you have any questions, just go ahead and leave a comment, and I'll try to answer the best I can. So. I recommend that you loosely fit the brake line onto the bottom part of the solenoid, the part of the solenoid that's going to be facing down. Just kind of loosely thread it in there a little bit. Make sure it's still loose. You don't want to tighten it because you don't know how everything's going to line up. You can tighten it later. Leave it to 12. Must be a 13 or a 14. That's a 13. No, I think I have a 13 now. Okay. Now the line you're wanting to break open is the one that's closest to the firewall for this kit. The one closest to the firewall, okay? Actually, let me bring it in here real quick and I'll show you. You want to break the one that my wrench is sitting on top of. Not that one, this one. Do the one that's closest to the firewall. Those are your front brakes. Okay, so I got the brake blades and brakes bled and everything, so I'm going to go ahead and start wiring up everything that's in the engine bay at least and get the wires under the cab. One thing you got to do is run a ground, and then you're positive you're not going to hook up to anything in the engine bay. You're going to run that into the cab, and that's going to go to the switch. and the switch will go to a 12-volt ignition source. So for here, there is a ground just in front of the where the intake would be, right next to the washer fluid bottle, windshield washer fluid bottle. You'll see there's a like a nub. It's probably for the factory air box to clip onto, and then there's one that has a negative. That has a ground going to it from another part of the car. So you'll go ahead and unhook that, and that's what I'm using for ground. So. Okay, so let's see here. That is the. I'm not gonna use this one here. As you can see, there's already a ground going to it, so it's good as place as any. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this cable alongside my other cables that I've got already here for the two-step box, and I'll run them in that way. So I just got to get to the. I just got to get to that blue speed connector I have there for the ground, and then the positive wire that's down here coming off the solenoid. If you look back at my other video when I did the two-step box, there's a hole down there that I'm going to run this through that's surrounded by a grommet so the wires won't chafe. And I'll run the positive from the switch, well, through a fusible. It's going to go from a 12-volt ignition source to a fusible link to my switch. Oh, actually, because I want the master. Yeah, that's what we'll do. So we're going to go from fusible link to my master switch to my line lock switch, which I've already showed you guys, and then it'll come out here to this, and then obviously it grounds out from there. So I'm going to do that, but I'm just going to finish the engine compartment stuff today, and then I'm going to go get some sleep. So I'll throw a time lapse, and then we'll cut to the next time I'm working on this. So, okay, next day. I've already got all the zip ties and everything that I used to fasten the secondary 12-volt high two-step circuit. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that wire back to the switch, and then I'm going to attach my 12-volt source off of the toggle switch there, running into the engine bay, and then hook it up, and I should be done. And then after that, we'll do a snippet of me testing it. So I gotta go to base and do some stuff for work. So I'll probably test it on the way there. So anyway. Yeah.